Aloha and hello out there, everybody. What's going on? This is Miho with the Too Close to Call podcast series, joined, as always, with my co-host Pags, and this is the All of the Above series.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays?
Did you celebrate yesterday?
What was it, Christmas in July?
It was National Chicken Wing Day.
Dude, I saw that at like midnight last night when I got done editing some episodes, and I was pissed. I was like, how did nobody make me aware of this? And I had grilled chicken for dinner? So upsetting.
I had freaking grilled shrimp, and I'm like, damn it. Should have went over, got a nice set of wings, some ranch sauce on the side, and some celery sticks.
What type of wings are your favorite type of wings? Because you answered the other questions there straight out right. I was going to say blue cheese or ranch, and you're a ranch guy, really.
Ranch all the way.
Not blue cheese.
Oh, hell no. First off, blue cheese, you don't get the whole dipping experience because there's usually a huge chunk of fucking cheese in there that you can't. It just doesn't taste as good to me as ranch, just dousing it in ranch.
Yeah, so here's the hot take that I have. Dumping any wing into either ranch or blue cheese, party foul, dunzo, over. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Shot. What are you in wing eating competitions?
Can't do it. Why would you ruin the wing by dousing it in ranch? If you wanted to taste ranch, just eat the ranch. You want to taste the wing, don't you?
Or get a ranch-style wing.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, let me douse this and cover it in ranch. I'm really glad I ordered the Jamaican jerk-style wing when all I'm eating is a ranch-flavored chicken. If you want to do that, get the grilled chicken and put ranch on it. It's the same thing.
Okay, so two parts to that. One, I like the hot, so I like the tanginess of the hot with the nice little sweet, rich flavor.
See, you need to chase with the ranch. You got to eat the hot and then dip with the ranch.
I like ranch and buffalo sauce together. So if they come out with a wing that's ranch,
I was going to say, Pags, do you think there's a reason why chefs don't have a hot ranch flavored sauce? Because of palates like yourself who just ruin the wing and just let me douse this in ranch. You guys have ketchup too?
Well, that's like the people that dip their steak in ketchup. It's like, come on.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
Come on,
what
people.
are you doing?
Come on, people.
Did you hear Patrick Mahomes' story about that? So he does that still to this day. Loves it, right? He said he's had multiple chefs at like steakhouses, top end steakhouses, come out and be like, what's wrong with the steak that you asked for ketchup? And he's just like, nothing. That's how I like it. And it's just like, oh my God, these top-notch chefs are like, what did I do wrong, sir, that you need to ruin my masterpiece with this crushed tomato sauce?
No, so, all right, so back to your original question.
Okay,
if
so wing day.
One, I would choose hot. I don't go super hot because I'm not a fan of, like, my body just sweating out profusely.
Sure.
But I like a little hot.
I'm 100% with you on the hot and sweet palate form. That's why I like my hot and honeys or the sweet and sweaties. That's how I get that balance. And not dipping it in the ranch because it's like, no, just make the sauce. That's both.
See, I don't like it. I don't like hot and honey. I've never liked it. I'll eat it, but I'm not a fan of it. If I had to go second, I'd go.
We may have to stop doing this podcast now that I just learned that about you. I can't trust you anymore as a person. Jeez.
PJ's hot and honey wings? Yeah, no, they're probably one of the bottom of the list that I'm going to grab.
Oh,
and everybody that I go to PJ's with wants hot and honey.
Yeah,
so like,
dude.
Come on.
You got issues, my man.
Everybody likes hot and honey, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, give me the spicy ones, and I want the ranch.
So if you had to choose ranch or blue cheese, would you go blue cheese?
See, I am a blue cheese guy because I use it only with the celery.
What's your take on sometimes they'll bring out carrots?
That's okay. I'm more of a celery guy for sure.
So am I. I leave the carrots there.
Both of them, that's fine. I'll eat them.
Wings.
Don't just leave me carrots, though.
Yeah.
None of that
What's
stuff.
What's the most amount of wings you've ever eaten in one setting.
Oh, goodness. That would have to take it back to Rookies all-you-can-eat wing nights. And it was probably 45 or 50. Now, granted, they are small wings, or were small wings. They are not the large PJ Buffalo Wild Wing size. So it's probably equivalent of, say, 30 or so.
Yeah.
You know, the big boys. And they bring them out at 5 at a time. So you had time to ponder what's next and where you go from there. And it wasn't timed or anything. But, yeah, man, me, you, and the boys used to throw back almost half 100 of them personally.
No doubt. Easily. But they would always take forever to come back to you and take your next order because they're like, do you really want more? They're trying to let your hunger set in. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, I paid for it. Give me more.
We're like, we play football at Parkland. We need more.
No doubt.
Goodness. Man. But, all right, dude. So how about one of mine? Have you seen the issues going on in Mexico with seaweed?
No.
So Cancun specifically has a nasty seaweed problem, and the seaweed itself is called Sargassum. What a great name. Like, it's with a G, like S-A-R-gasm.
Mix between sarcasm and orgasm.
Exactly. Bingo. There's your spelling bee word of the day, sargassum. But basically, reading this article, Cancun, they're saying the equation was simple. Cheap beer, good weather, awesome beaches, right? That's how people have been going for years. Well, apparently, due to global warming, this is what the science people are saying, that's what's causing this sargassum to now migrate with the ocean, and all of it is dumping on these Mexican beaches, dude. Literally, $2.6 million worth of seaweed has been removed. That's the amount of money, time, and effort that they're putting into this because literally nobody's going. If you Google Cancun seaweed, just hit images, and it's hotel, like 10 feet of sand, a mound of seaweed, and then the water full of seaweed. Nobody's going anymore, dude. It is so gross. Apparently, they built like these picket fences. Have you ever seen those in the ocean, like floating around?
Yeah.
They tried to build those to get the seaweed to flow to extraction points. And apparently, it's working, but it's not working. It's still just being absolutely crushed, and nobody's going. So if you want to go to Cancun for cheap, you could probably find yourself a trip.
Right now.
Yeah, go ahead now if you don't mind not going in the water.
Just chill by the pool, baby.
That's it, dude.
Are people like getting like rashes from it, or like?
So there haven't really been, or at least I haven't read about like health hazards regarding the seaweed. But honestly, you can't swim in it, so there's nobody in the ocean because it's all seaweed.
Right.
You'd literally just be picking it off yourself. And I'm seeing guys like jump onto boats, and there's literally backhoes picking this stuff up and trying to move it, so there is part of the beach, and it's not good, man. And that's where, of course, it all stems back to global warming. Everybody get electric cars. Let's go. Get those plug-in Priuses.
Well, sticking to the beach theme, I have another one. So on Sunday, dude in Florida, weird, is out there surfing, gets chopped on his hand by a shark. I don't know what kind of shark, but he got bit by a shark. Okay? Gets out of the water, bleeding everywhere. They wrap it up.
Okay.
His buddy is the one talking in this article. Goes to him, he goes, let's go to the hospital. Dude's answer, and this is probably one of the most ballin' answers in the history of answers. He goes, fuck that. Let's go to the bar. People will buy us drinks all day because I'll just say I just got bit by a shark.
Let's drink and thin my blood so I can bleed out everywhere.
No doubt. I'm sure. I think he ended up finally going to the hospital, but his first stop was the bar.
The hospital's like,
Can you imagine?
Did you get a DUI here, sir? Because you are legally intoxicated.
Like, I would totally fucking buy that guy a drink if he's like, yo, I just got bit by a shark. Like, yeah, come on, let's do a couple shots.
Pags, get over here. We got a round of shots. This motherfucker just got eaten by Jaws. Look at it, dude. Oh, my God. Take a picture. Smile, bro. We got to post this. Let's go.
Dude, I don't know why people go in the water anymore. It's fucking terrifying. There's freaking sharks left and right.
Oh, man. You know it's one of my most uncomfortable places / like worst fears. I'm not at ease ever in the ocean. People go, oh, yeah, let's go to the beach, relax, we'll hang out in the ocean. I'm like, nah, you don't hang out in the ocean. You're constantly on high alert, man. It's probably when I'm most alert. It's like, okay, I'm out of here. I pushed my limit. I was in here for 5 minutes.
My mom goes out and just floats, and I'm like, what are you doing?
What is that? Look at that floaty thing. Come on.
And then you got a bright bathing suit on, they're going to freaking come right up to you.
Okay, here, Pags. My second one. It may be official. I may have a man crush on Elon Musk.
Yeah?
The things that he continues to do blow my mind. He's been in the news recently for 2 different style of headlines. Have you seen either one of these?
Neither.
Okay, so first one. This past week, Elon Musk unveiled his most sci-fi project thus far. Okay? He wants to insert a computer chip into the back of your brain, which will connect with your electrodes, and it will be inserted via a surgical robot, and said implant will connect wirelessly to a small computer.
Okay.
Musk hopes the implant, created by his brain-computer interface startup Neuralink, Neuralink, could one day help quadriplegics control smartphones, and perhaps even allow users to use a sort of telepathy to communicate with the machines.
So essentially he's attacking carpal tunnel syndrome.
Basically, he's allowing your brain to move a machine in the way it cannot move your body.
Jesus.
He's trying to allow, like, paralyzed individuals to be able to have an implant and almost have, like, a cyborg or some sort of computer which can do tasks for them that they cannot do themselves. So, at that basis and plot line, that's amazing. That would be unbelievable. But I think it's clear that this is the result of the most recent trip back to his home planet on the SpaceX rocket that was recently launched.
You're just building your case till one day when they're like, hey, Elon's an alien.
That's it.
Knew it. I told you that a while ago.
Doesn't have approval yet from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. But I'm telling you, man, he's going up. He's going, what do you guys got for me? They're going, dude, we found this implant you can put in people. It'll allow them to control machines. Perfect, guys. See you soon.
Unbelievable.
How crazy would that be, man? It's like those cyborg movies you're seeing where you go like under the hood or whatever and you turn into like another robot or something and you're controlling what they're doing. So it's crazy.
That stuff freaks me out.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Freaks me out.
And less on the freak out side of things with Elon Musk, more on the infrastructure side of things with the Hyperloop. Do you remember the discussion around the Hyperloop, the extreme fast transportation underground with these tunnels and magnetic forces that allow it to just whoosh through a tunnel, essentially? Well, Elon Musk has now opened this up to basically a science project. He's challenged high schools, colleges, different groups and individuals to basically come up with the fastest Hyperloop and thus funding it, continuing it to grow. So he said, I'm trying this as well, but if you guys can figure it out, that's awesome. I'll help fund what you have going on. And what's today? The 30th of July. So literally a week ago, a team of students set a new Hyperloop speed record. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
The top speed hit was 288 miles an hour.
Holy shit.
These designs have to fit. These designs have to fit in the Hyperloop, a sealed tube, and be able to fling passengers from a starting point to a destination without worries of traffic or weather or anything like that. And the TUM student group, previously known as the WARR Hyperloop, was victorious again this year after winning last year at 284 miles an hour.
Holy moly.
So these Hyperloops, man, they're doing tests. They're out there close to Area 51, I'm sure, underground, just launching these things at close to 300 miles an hour. I mean, think about that. How fast do you think a subway car goes?
Maybe 70.
Right? Like in the open area, even in the city, it's probably like 30 type of thing. I mean, airplanes are what, in like the 500s? Is that what they have to get to? So literally 3/5 as fast as an airplane, but underground and no traffic, no up downs, just walking in, getting off, walking out type of thing.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, man, that's where we're headed. Elon Musk, he's going to put a chip in your brain, and he's going to send you from New York to L.A. underground in a Hyperloop.
Oh, Jesus. And then, based off of mine, the other people that aren't riding on the Hyperloop are going to be playing video games, because I just read an article that says kid wins. How old was he? He was
16.
16, won $3 million playing Fortnite.
Smoked everybody.
You got to be kidding me.
Dude, I read some articles and it was saying about kills and everything. He's the national world champion, and apparently it wasn't even close. But did you know he's from Pennsylvania?
No way.
He's a local kid from PA. He's actually a Jets fan, though. He was talking to Gary V yesterday, and Gary V was loving that he's a Jets guy.
Wow.
So the question I have to you is, are you going to push James into video games at an early age so that he could potentially win $3 million by the time he can drive, as well as, dude, it was like golf. Runner-up and second runner-up, they won like $1 million themselves.
Probably.
No, they did, dude. If you read the article, like, it's not an all or nothing. I'm pretty sure it was a tiered system. Like, there was huge funding being paid out to these kids playing Fortnite.
That is unbelievable. Hell yeah. If you want to play video games and be really good at them, you better be really good at them.
That shit's going to be like virtual reality first person by the time he's banging when he's 14.
Jesus.
He's going to be like in cars, probably driving on a screen, like for real, like they're already doing, except for it's going to be like badass Tron style.
So, speaking of my son, he's one of the 2-year-olds of the year. He lost badly to a kid out in Minneapolis. Did you see this story?
2-year-olds of the year? No.
This kid won 2-year-old of the year. I'm just giving it to him because this was fucking amazing. This kid got home they went to their community fair. Okay. Went home. His parents put him down for a nap. Parents go up, take him from the nap. He's not there. They're like, well, where the hell is he? They get a call. Hey, your son's here at the fair. And they're like, what? Did we leave him there? Did we not remember? Like, what the hell? This kid got out, fucking rode his Power Wheels 3 miles back to the fair. They found him at the Tilt-A-Whirl, which was his favorite ride. And he was waiting in line to get in line to the ride. You gotta be kidding me.
They're like, no, you can't ride that. We gotta go home. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna play along, but my ass is coming back here as soon as they put me in that crib.
So while I'm giving 2-year-old of the year, I'm giving terrible parents of the year to these people, because how the hell does your kid get outside?
Yeah, how does he sneak out and then crank up the Power Wheels, which, dude, it must have taken him 15, 20 minutes to get however far it was at his pace. Like, what, do you go on the actual roads?
I have no idea. I assume that he just was grassing it all the way up. But, like, how the hell did he even remember how to get there?
He's just like, all right, I got to bang her right on Washington, then a left on Stewart. I'll hang her right on Smith, and then it's a quarter mile up on my left. And then the Tilt-A-Whirl is back in the corner on the right. Okay, I'll see you guys in a half hour.
Well, we have talked about this golfing the other day. These kids pick up shit, and they are pretty damn good at picking up stuff. Even though they can't communicate great, they pick up stuff. But James will freaking pull me into the room and be like, I want to play with this toy, and then completely forget about that toy and go to another toy. I'm like, the attention span, it's unbelievable that this kid could fucking do that. It's unreal.
Yeah, that is definitely impressive, for sure.
I don't know if I had the patience to ride a Power Wheel fucking 3 miles myself.
No way, dude. No way. He probably put on sunscreen before he left, too.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. It was sunny. Better freaking lather up. Oh, man.
Oh,
that's all
good.
I got.
Yeah, man, I'm out too. The only last one was, I know you heard, but all the hotels within the general area of Area 51 have been booked up for the raid. So I think we're up to 3.5 million or 4 million the last time I checked with going or interested. So, oh, dude, that whole thing is just insane. And what do we got? Another month and a half. So one artist said he was going to perform at like a concert for free if they got 5 million people or something like that. It's just blowing up.
Dude, it's going to be so funny to watch. I bet it's not even... The Air Force and everybody are just going to line up, and nothing's going to happen, and all these people are going to be like, nope, not doing this.
They're just going to be dancing in a random field somewhere.
No doubt. So, yeah, it's fun to follow along, though.
That's it, man, for sure. So, hey, call the hotline if you guys saw something in the news this past week that you want us to talk about or that you found interesting. Let us know. We are going to do a voicemail hotline extravaganza coming up here soon. I don't know what the hell we're going to call it. That just came to the top of my head there. But
hotline extravaganza sounds good.
Let's see. So give us a call. Get on the show. We'll talk about what you guys want to talk about. As always, follow us on social media. Give us a shout. And we'll talk to you guys again next week with another edition of the All the Above series.
Later, guys.
Peace.